Did you know that the way you think affects your ability to make money? While others are witness to societal crisis and never-ending troubles, problems are seen as opportunities by successful people. In Tony Robbins' acclaimed finance book, Money Master the Game, he interviewed many of the best investors, including investment titans like Warren Buffett, John Bogle, Paul Tudor Jones, Ray Dalio, and Carl Icahn, and spent nearly 8 years of extensive research about how successful people see problems as opportunities. If you get the opportunity to read this fantastic book, you will come away with one important takeaway. Money is a game that you play in your head every day. As a result, understanding your financial psychology is significantly more important than knowing what to invest in. This is such an intriguing subject, and that's why in this video, we'll be looking on how the rich use these 11 psychological tricks to make more money. Welcome to Thrive Test. If you're new here, why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? And as always guys, give this video a thumbs up for that YouTube algorithm. Number 1. Boring hobbies make money. I always hear from some financial advisors that to increase our stream of income, one thing that we can do is to find hobbies that pay. Hobbies allow us to relax and enjoy ourselves while doing something we love. And thanks to the creator economy, we now have the opportunity to produce content about a hobby while also earning money. To name a few, Quora, Substack, and BitCloud pay content creators while YouTube has paid content creators for years. And now Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter also started paying content creators. Before hitting the self-destruct button, Newsbreak used to compensate content creators. LinkedIn, on the other hand, is considering paying content creators. As you can see, there are endless possibilities. Can you believe it? Just by owning a phone, you can join the creator economy and earn some money. It may not be able to replace a job's compensation, but it can certainly supplement your income. If you psychologically program your mind to perceive opportunities, you will see money everywhere, as Robert Kiyosaki noted in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Number 2. Think long-term, not short-term. Many content creators want to boost their income. The problem is that they don't understand the value of long-term thinking. I've noticed that consistently writing material for 5 years can drastically improve your financial status. The problem is that after 3 to 6 months, most content creators lose patience. As a result, they give up and lose everything they've gained. They might keep going if they believe they could fulfill their content creator goals in 5 years. The truth is that there is no way to ensure financial success. However, looking at other people who have the same goal as you might help you determine the probabilities. When I ran the experiment, it became evident that every single one of my favorite content creators had a 5-year plan. Investing in blockchain ventures works in a similar manner. Many people may have concerns about everyday price fluctuations that occur. However, the current price is irrelevant. What is important is the price in 5 to 10 years. The capabilities of blockchain technology have been proven during the previous 13 years. People who desire to make money quickly turn to gambling, casinos, and lotteries. But in reality, there are no quick wins when it comes to accumulating wealth. Number 3. Only use cash. The next psychological trick that some wealthy individuals use in their daily lives is to only spend cash. I'm sure you've seen someone pay for an expensive item or a fancy dinner with a stack of cash before. And while your initial reaction was that this person was just showing off, there could have been a premeditated motive for this behavior. We become conscious of the financial implications of our actions when we spend money, whether on groceries or a new phone. This is because when we pay with cash, we physically hand over money and sees the depletion in our wallet. However, when you pay with a credit or debit card, your spending capacity is practically endless. That's why you should cut up your credit cards and start carrying around more cash if you want to employ this psychological trick to cut down on your spending. Number 4. Picture your wealthy future self. What do world-class athletes, well-known actors, and successful entrepreneurs have in common? The one thing they all have in common, apart from their wealth of course, is their use of visualization. Almost any successful person will tell you that you must imagine yourself accomplishing your goals in order to achieve them in real life. Unfortunately, some people are unable to look beyond their current situations. Spending $5 on a Starbucks coffee, for example, may not appear to be a large sum of money, but millions of people spend their spare change every day to feed their caffeine addiction. For those aiming to become wealthy though, that $5 might mean a lot. When faced with a decision to spend $5 on a premium coffee, a wealthy individual will most likely think about the purchase's long-term cost. It's easy to see how a $5 investment today can grow to $100 when you retire. You might think twice about that purchase if you think about it this way, right? What the wealthy do that the poor do not is assess the long-term cost of their spending decisions and whether they will fit with the reality of their future opulent lifestyle. And if you think that this visualization technique is new, you're mistaken. Napoleon Hill's 1937 book, Think and Grow Rich, lays out a step-by-step method for combining visualization with action, and millions of individuals have utilized it successfully. The first stage, according to Hill's book, is to determine how much money you desire and when you expect to receive it. In 1990, Jim Carrey famously tried this technique by drafting himself a $10 million check for acting services rendered and post-dating it for 1995. He gave himself 5 years to become one of Hollywood's most successful working actors, and he was finally able to cash the check he'd written himself half a decade later. Hill advises envisioning how much money you want to make, as well as establishing exactly what you intend to contribute in exchange for the money you want. Hill recommended that you close your eyes and envision yourself living this opulent lifestyle every day until it becomes a reality after making these declarations. This method is supposed to train our subconscious minds to solve financial difficulties and to help us perceive resources, people, and events that will help us achieve our goals more clearly. How about you guys? Can you imagine yourself being rich and successful 5 to 10 years from now? What are your thoughts regarding the visualization technique? Please let us know your answers in the comment section down below. Number 5. Volatility equals growth. Bitcoin skeptics make me laugh. That's why it's awful. They argue, pointing to price fluctuations. It's an absurdity to have both steady prices and rapid growth. Every day of the week, I'll take a 200 price increase over the previous year in exchange for price fluctuations. However, millionaires understand that in order to earn or produce more money, they must take some risks. A life without risk equates to a life without growth. The psychological trick is to dedicate a modest amount of your portfolio to price fluctuations. Profits from high-growth assets like Bitcoin can help you make up for weaker returns on your other investments. An investment of 1% in Bitcoin can enhance the value of your entire portfolio by 20%. And, fortunately, the majority of people can cope with a 1% loss. Number 6. A multiple customers mindset. Retrain your mind to view as work as if it were a single customer. A work creates one customer and another one for a freelance client. You're less likely to have a gust of wind blow your dreams off a cliff if you have several customers sending dollars into your account each month. A good friend of mine told me a few years ago about how he spent the majority of his career working for only one client. He described it as suffocating. For a man suffering from serious mental illness, being paid by a single customer was a daily misery. A 4 p.m. Friday's meeting feels like a layoff possibility. A stray command from a boss that spirals out of control is like being unable to pay your rent. When we consider establishing a business, the prospect of dealing with hundreds of customers might be overwhelming. What if there is a point in the middle? There is undoubtedly one. Change your attention from serving one customer to serving two. Once you have 2 customers, adding an additional 1 is simple. Number 7. Set unreasonably high expectations. While the middle class has low financial expectations to avoid disappointment, the wealthy have extremely high expectations. After all, they say, go big or go home. And they're up for any challenge. If you don't have big ambitions, you'll never hit it rich and live your dreams. Despite the fact that ancient wisdom states that you receive what you expect, many people choose middle-class mediocrity in order to escape failures. Winners, on the other hand, don't wait for things to happen. they make them happen. Number 8. Remove fear from your life. Fear does not exist at the plane of consciousness where the exceptional ones work. At this level of intellect, anything appears to be attainable. To the general public, every seemingly unachievable desire appears to be shockingly achievable. You must be willing to venture outside of your comfort zone to operate at this level, which is exactly what the wealthy do. World-class intellectuals understand early on that being a millionaire is tough, and that the drive for comfort can be dangerous. That's why they learn to remain calm in the face of persistent uncertainty, which may be a great skill once mastered. Number 9. Other people's money. They tell themselves that there isn't a shortage even though they don't have enough money. Rich people are not scared to take money out of other people's pockets in order to fund their future. If they have a wonderful concept but can't fund it, they'll borrow money from others to make it a reality. Rich people recognize that being unable to afford anything on their own is irrelevant. The important question is this worth buying, investing in, or pursuing? If this is the case, the wealthy are aware that money is always available, since they are continually looking for outstanding investments and superior performers to make those investments profitable. Number 10. When making major purchases, take your time. Sleep can help you relax, improve your memory, and boost your overall mood. But most people aren't aware that it can also help you make better financial decisions. Sleep, in fact, can be a very valuable tool when it comes to saving money. To begin with, not getting enough sleep weakens your decision-making abilities and increase your likelihood of engaging in risky financial behaviors. As a result, you can find yourself driving a car you wouldn't ordinarily consider. Second, getting enough sleep permits you to think about important purchases. When making major purchases, sleeping on them permits your subconscious mind to assimilate and analyze the information. Number 11. Don't put your faith in yourself. While the wealthy know that no one is flawless, the poor do not. To put it another way, the wealthy are more self-aware than their less fortunate peers, which is why they adopt self-sabotage prevention measures. One approach they employ is automatic deductions. For the wealthy, income generation is frequently not a problem. Nevertheless, their ability to save is what keeps them from turning their considerable income into significant net worth. Even the most responsible individuals find it impossible to avoid spending money when given the opportunity, which is why they prefer to automate the saving process. If you're unfamiliar with automatic deductions, they work as follows. When you're paid, a percentage of your money is withheld from being deposited into your primary bank account. Typically, people will open a savings account to which the funds will be deposited. Many affluent people take this practice a step further by restricting their access to their savings account, guaranteeing that the money set aside for their reserve cannot be spent under any circumstances, and as a result, their savings account grows over time. Finally, as Ramit Sethi puts it, we overvalue math and undervalue psychology in personal finance. Learning how to make money is just as important as learning how to think about money. Don't underestimate the impact of incorrect beliefs or closed-mindedness on your financial situation. People who make more money adopt the financial mentality of the most successful investors, which includes patience, deep thought, a willingness to take measured risks, an open mind, and diversification of investments. Thank you for watching this Thrive-tastic video. So if you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community. And if you're still hungry for more, we handpicked this awesome Thrive-tastic video for you to watch next.